Being out there, as the sun is rising and seeing these fields is a very strong experience of connectedness with the land. And seeing these plants that have been there for many years, and each day the sun rises and it fills them with light. And it's this light, it's this energy that they eventually turn into sugars and we turn into a drink. I was once told by a producer, right now you're having a glass of 7 years worth of sunlight. We have to understand that agave lasts decades in the ground. The land shapes the drink, and that's what you drink in a good glass of wine. But that grape has been growing for 1 year. And agave has been growing for 7 to 10 in the case of Espadín or some tequilas. And then you just go into decades and longer you've been waiting for. Waiting for an agave to spend all its lifetime collecting energy, flowering, and after you collect the seeds, that plant is going to die. It spent decades storing energy, sunlight, nutrients, and then it just passes on. It's done. So the difference is in the land. That is what we call terroir, and how it influences what we eat, what we drink, what we consume on a daily basis. In a society where we want everything to be reproduced very easily over and over again, people really crave this identity and this uniqueness of a product, the uniqueness of a flavor. Mezcal is something that does a really good job at showing this. It's kind of like a puzzle. How do you put together all these pieces of the wood that they used to cook it in the oven, or the amount of limestone that was in that particular hill or that valley? Like the whole artisanal process, we have to slow down, you have to be patient, and you have to wait for the plant to grow all those years. And then you have to cook it for a few days, and then you have to mash it. And then you have to ferment it for a few more days. So by the end of like a month or more of process, you finally get the spirit. Where someone 7 generations back started this process. They know that what they plant today, they might not harvest it. Maybe it's gonna be the kids, maybe it's gonna be the grandchildren who will harvest it. And the respect that the producers have for their ancestors suddenly becomes your respect for that producer, for that culture, for that corner of the world. You have a connection with it now. So when you start drinking mezcal and understanding all these elements, it's not just the aromas and the flavors that are captivating you, it's all this tradition and all this culture. You suddenly rediscovered that it's not meant to taste like nail polish or like alcohol. It's actually meant to taste like this really sophisticated night out with your friends, with a lot of different layers of aromas, flavors, complexity, memories, relationships. You can definitely get a sense of all of it through the proper vessel, through the glass, that actually gives you a better perception of it. It makes mezcal and tequila taste a little bit more. It makes it a little bit easier for you to understand all these things. And what it gives you is clear, more truthful portrayal of what the land, what the agave, what the people, what the traditions Mexico is about.